Raise the ace-jack. What I need to do, I'm going to add this to my list of things to do, but what I need to do is make a raid alert. Add that to my list of things. We'll check this turn. That's a bad river. He will have some bluffs here, so he's certainly take a bluff like 5-4, 6-4, 6-5. If he calls all those on the flop, and then any of those with a spade, he'll just be very happy to bet. But I also think he might bet a lot of kings, and of course has a lot of flushes as well. And I just don't think we interact a lot with some of the potential bluffs he might take. So like if he has like an ace-4, ace-5 with a spade, that would be yeah. We'll check here. All right, start with a bet. Proven. It's a fact. They're winnable. We've proven it, Orange. We've done it. You and me, we did it. Ooh, Saucy is now following. Thank you very much for the follow. Hopefully you're feeling adequately saucy tonight. We'll go for a non-all-in with ace-queen. Take it down pre. Not too disappointed. We'll go for a non-all-in with ace-jack suited. Professional. We'll be consistent with a sizing, so remember on a similar-ish, not exactly the same, but like a 1 Broadway 2 long one. John Dayton just subscribed. John, very nice of you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the support. Enjoy the emotes. Lots of emotes for you. Enjoy the back catalogue. John, if you would like your own exclamation command, just let me know. It was an anonymous subscriptor. I take it all back. Thank you, probably Jason. Thank you anyway for just being around, John. We appreciate that. We get check raised here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just call with this SPR. Like, you could definitely jam. Sometimes I think if you had ace-jack of clubs, we might take it, but with the spades, we'll just call, and we'll just call off turns. Like, if he's got jack to queen, I think he check raises and shoves. Good luck to him. If he's got 5-6, he wins. If he's got 7-8, he wins. If he's got... Jack 9, that would be sad, but Queen Jack, sweet. Look at that anonymous gifter. That was nice, wasn't it? Yeah, no gift for Orange. Where's that? Come on. This is close. I think we reship here. I'm not 100% confident about that, but depends a little bit on how wide he shoves and of course how wide he overcalls and stuff, but it did the job in that case. It's very close. I need to study a little bit of that very asymmetric stack depths when like a guy's at like 2 big blinds and another guy's at 15. I'm not entirely 100% confident. We'll fold. We're limp. Rono Legley. Another solid reg. Just regs, good regs everywhere. Alright, he's got a reasonable amount of check raises. Nice border for him to check raise. We would bet a lot of our air. Lots of back doors. Like that we have a heart. That's a good thing. Don't like we got a club, although the 3 of clubs is pretty good. As air goes, I think this is not a bad one to barrel. So we'll give it a go. We'll go 3. We'll think about the river. Orange just subscribed. Jason gifting another channel. He's gifted 5 subs to the channel. We really appreciate it, Jason. Thank you, sir. Very interesting spot here. We're actually going to try to go 5, basically to target an 8 or a 5 to try and rep that we've got a king. He snap jams, and I think we save chips there. Given the speed at which he jammed, I assume he has a flush here nearly always. So we'll just end up folding there. I don't mind the sizing we used on that river. So I think we save chips against his better hands, and I think he's going to be fairly inelastic. But obviously, there's room to jam there. With a spade, for example, that might make for a better jam, but yeah, it is what it is. So against Ronan, we're going to actually just try calling here. Could also definitely check raise sometimes, but we'll start with check. This is based on our sample of 1 where he's barreled. As played, I'm going to go for a small little raise here against this half pot. Alright. Try to make it look as bluffy as possible. I don't know if it really helped. We'll just raise the queens. Alright. Check. So I like checking it just to give him some room to bluff. Again, we get value from a 10x, no problem, but we're not going to get 3 streets from value from a 10x. But he might now value better 5x, he might better 3x. We could raise here. I think I will actually go for it. It's thin. We're just hoping, we're confident in our read that he wouldn't size a king x this way, because that will suck if we are wrong there. We can have ace 4 for sure, so I'll be worried about that, but I do think he might end up calling with a 10x. If he doesn't call with a 10x, we kind of waste our raise a little bit maybe, but I mean, we had the best hand there, and I think I'm cautious about going too much into the sizings, but yeah. Right, flippity flip. Let's see if we can win. That's a good turn. That's a bad river. Trundlen. We need a name for you. How can I pronounce? Can you write your name phonetically? What I mean is, can you write your name how you'd like it to be pronounced? TLRDLN. Because I don't have a pronunciation for your name, and I'd like one. I'm going to pretend those L's are I's and call you Turden for the moment. So he says, just going to try and bomb you with questions here. I find many times, especially a bit into my session 2 tabling spins, that I'm really on opponents, and any tips how to get better making reads? Yes, what I would say, look at any showdown you can. So once you have some showdowns, excuse me for hiccuping, you can use that information and extrapolate it into other situations. So if a guy, for example, is capable of bluff raising rivers, he's probably more capable of bluff raising flops, probably more capable of bluff raising turns, probably more capable of bluff raising pre-flop. Likewise, if someone is very trappy in a certain situation, typically, as an average, that means they're more likely to be trappy in other situations. And all of these things kind of add up a little bit. We'll go check here because he might over delay. That's what we're hoping. We'll go for some value now. So I would say pay a lot of attention to showdown. So for example, here we see a showdown of 5-3 off. I mean, you didn't see it. But what does that mean? He probably has a kind of standard, let's get the showdown with a certain threshold of hands, like bottom pair, and that we try and take advantage of that with our strategy post. And so maybe in a future situation, we also know if he's limpid 5-3 off, he's not playing, let's say, he's playing probably close to a GTO range, because we know he's got some folds of that stack depth, but 5-3 off, he's probably playing GTO pre. We also know he's a reg, of course, and that he's going to have those tips anyway. Tyler Dillon, that's a much easier name. Thank you, Tyler Dillon. Yeah, that's a lot easier. We're going to call. We're going to check. We're going to call and then fold rivers if he bombs it. He checks. Problem with our hand is we just have exactly what he expects us to have. And so I worry he might try and bluff us here, but he didn't. So that's good news. Yeah, Tony, I hope that was helpful. Showdowns are really, really important. Think about as well, like how they've played on the button, in the big blinds, even in hands you're not involved in, you know what I mean? Have they just won a big pot? Have they just won a small pot? Again, there's some generalizations. If a guy's just lost a big pot, they're much more likely to be aggressive on the next street. If they've just won a big pot, they're more likely to be passive on the next tree. Like, it's just something psychological there where that's not always the case. Some people like to play the rush or whatever, but a lot of people like feel as though, oh, I've won a hand, I'm okay, I can let this one go. And so if that even affects them by a small margin, you can then suddenly have much more profitable bluffs in those situations and much more profitable value bets in the other situations. We'll limp trap this. Cool. That's a bad counterfeited, sir. No good, no good, no goods. We'll play again. Okay, nines and ace queen. We kind of like the nines to hold. I shouldn't have said it as soon as I said it. That wrecked it. We'll limp the 7-8 suited. Oh, where we go, where are we? Cubai03 just subscribed. Thank you very much, Cubai. Really appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy the emotes. Jaylee Poker just subscribed. Now, are these subs or are these gifted stuff? I've got a John Dayton gifting subs. John, you're forwarding on the gift. What a lovely gesture that is. Of forwarding. That's very nice. Appreciate it, John Dayton. Enjoy the subs, Mr. Kubai and Jaylee. We get donked on this river, and that's kind of sad. So we're gonna fold now. Could this ever be a bluff? Yeah, it could be sometimes, but I mean, the only thing we could do is raise there, and like, it doesn't feel great to raise with that hand. Check in. We'll definitely start with a pro bit. We maybe could have gone. It's probably fine. Sizing, don't really mind too much. Bit cautious with our time bank if he's taking a long time in all these spots, because that wouldn't be fun. But I think we're pretty safe. Looks like, yeah, we're fairly comfortable. Quick call. I quite like half pot, to be honest. Good luck, sir. I hope you don't have Jack 9. Jack 3 will do us nicely. Happy days. We will call the King Jack versus the 3.5x ISO. Flop absolutely nothing and just fold it. Check in. Check in. Pretty close, but we will actually go for it here. If he's another thing that we study a lot, but like typically it's okay to overprobe in certain situations. This might be one of them. As played, we just check fold now this river, but he might check down with a 5. That's what we're hoping for. Tough Radiator likes the camera positioning. Thank you, Tough Radiator. We appreciate it. It's a new camera. What do you think? This is what you can do. Look at that. Ooh, big screen. It's like being at the cinema. We'll go for a C bet here. Comes out donking. Quick donk for 1.73. We'll let this one go. King of Spades interacts a lot with the bluffs we'd want him to have. Defend the 4-3 hearts. Check fold the 4-3 hearts. Check fold the 4-3 hearts. Check fold the 4-3 hearts. I mean, is this a bluff now? I honestly don't think I have a bluffing range here. And we welcome RBS PY, the Royal Society Protection something, I don't know. But we appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, RBS. Good luck to you tonight if you are grinding. We're going to start with a check. Check raisable hand, potentially. Potentially. We'll go for a small bet. We get called. We hit a pair. We'll check, I think. Slopey, we are all fans of John Dayton in this chat. Just want to put that out there. As played, I think we just check. And let's see if we win a showdown. Yes, we do. Sweet. So he kind of sucked out there. I'm trying to remember who it was I was asking. Tyler, you were asking earlier, weren't you, about like reads? And I was talking a little bit about the balance of poker. If you suck out on someone, they might feel a bit more compelled to try and win a hand off you. So I want to give him some room to maybe take a bit of a bluff. And as played, I'm just going to check and see if we win. Okay, I won absolutely minimum, which can happen as well sometimes. But on a better run out, we get 2 clear streets of value, which would be fun. And on a 10, I think we'd stack. We'll limp fold. We'll check. We'll check. Cool. Cooling. Queen. Check. So with some 3x, with some 9x, with some queen x as well. We don't check raise all our queen x. If he comes out firing, I think we just let this one go. We have some clubs as well. We have like 10-8 with a club, or we have jack-8 with a club, or king-jack with a club, or king-10 with a club, anything like that. We hit a pair. Maybe we just min-bet this now. I quite like the block. We'll go for a min block. Probably think about calling if he raises. Maybe. But he folds. Sensible fold, sir. Check-in would check-in be an option there? I don't think so. Fold. Try limp. So he's been fairly aggro on the ISOs so far, as he is again. So we want to be a bit cautious about going a bit too hard. He min raises here, which is interesting because he's not min raised ever at this stack depth before. So I'm a little bit anxious, but good. Ooh, I got worried. King 7, we're actually just going to jam this because of his potential ISOing tendencies. He's snaps on base 3, which seems pretty reasonable. Hit a diamonds? Nope. Okay, we'll call it phase 3. Dominated, sir. But it's probably going to be a chop. It is a chop. Winning. No one says that anymore. Those weird, random... how are we doing challenge-wise? We've got a few more games, huh?